Hi everyone in English 2323, it's Dr. E and I'm here with your week 1 instructional video. I hope you haven't watched all the videos for this week in one sitting. If you have, hit the pause button, take a break. It's too much of me at once, so take a little bit of a breather and then come back when you're ready. So what I want to do is kind of walk through where to go in D2L and what we're doing this week. You should expect a weekly instructional video like this at every point, every week in the semester. I just find it's an easy way to kind of make sure that everybody's on the same page and for you to visually kind of see what our week looks like. There will be times when you also have a supplemental video, which is going over a bit more details regarding the content, maybe from the previous week, our reading, those ideas, that kind of thing. And then additionally, at some points throughout the semester, you'll have videos that where I walk through all of the guidelines and expectations for some of those major assignments, like the multimedia project, the writing collection, and even things like the mind maps. You know, I want to make sure that you kind of have a grasp on those ideas and what the expectations are for those assignments rather than just looking at a rubric. I feel like walking through and setting some expectations, showing some examples can be kind of helpful. But for now, let's just get to it. Let's go to week 1. So if we go to the content area, this is what it looks like. And remember, if you see something different, if you open up and you're going, oh my gosh, where am I? Just look on the left-hand side and go to whatever module it is that you need. So in week 1, this is something that will start to look familiar. I always put a chart, that outlines things that are going on for this upcoming week. So Tuesday is the first official day of class. Typically, I will post prompts, assignments, videos on Monday, and those things are listed here. So don't be overwhelmed by what you see. This is just me outlining, okay, these are things that are due in the upcoming week or things to remember. But usually you'll see a Monday here, but because of the holiday, we're starting on Tuesday. Nothing is ever due at the beginning of the week. It will always be Thursday and Sunday. Those are the set due dates for the semester, so keep that in mind. So for this week, you'll have the walkthrough video for D2L, which hopefully you've watched by now, the weekly video, which you are watching, and then the syllabus video. And I put don't watch them all at once. Don't ever, if there are multiple videos, don't sit and watch them all at once. There is a prompt posted for our weekly discussion, which will be due on Thursday. The course survey is open, but it's not due this week. There's a mind map assignment and a quiz. So I want to stop right there. Just take a deep breath. It looks like we have a lot going on this week, and on the surface we do, but it's all in an effort to get familiar with our class area in D2L, and the grades are fairly low stakes. You'll see that across the board. We'll start with the lower amounts and start working our way up as you get more comfortable with the class, as you get more comfortable with my expectations. Okay, so just keep that in mind. All right, so you'll see on Thursday, that's when our discussion post is due, and it will always be an 11:59 p.m. discussion or due time. You'll want to respond to 2 of your colleagues for the discussion. And then you also have that's by Sunday. Then you have a mind map that's due and a participation quiz. So you can work on these at any point. You don't have to wait till Sunday, of course. And see, they're fairly low grades. I don't want to say that and have you think, well, I can just blow off all the weekly assignments. The weekly assignments will start to increase in amounts. And because so much of our course is based on that weekly participation, those grades will start to add up. So even if you miss 1 or 2 here or there for whatever reason, just make sure that you're kind of consistently logging in and completing that work. And then I have everything set up for what you want to do for next week. And I enjoy Bitmojis. You'll see, I think my hair was purple when I set those up originally. So I may have to go and change that or change my hair. We'll see. So you'll see number 1 is the walkthrough video for D2L, and then the syllabus video. So again, make sure that you've watched those. There are quiz questions related to those, and you are watching what will be number 3. There's always going to be a section to watch, a section to review, and then a section to do. So in the review section, we have our schedule for the semester, but I want to note that it's not a full semester because I just feel like that's so overwhelming to see all 16 weeks of work in one place. It just looks like so much, not only for you, but for me as well. But also I always plan out the first 5 weeks, and then at that point I assess. I go, okay, are we moving at a good pace? Are we struggling to keep up? What do we need to do for the remainder of the semester? So that's when I will then add the remaining weeks and assignments. So, but if you scroll down, you get a sense of all the upcoming assignments, but also some tentative due dates for those more major assignments. So some of you like to kind of plan out your semester in that way. So I've given you tentative dates. So don't hold me to that just yet, but that's at least how I have it scheduled right now. So that's the schedule. And then you also have a link directly to the syllabus, which I go over in the video, of course. All right, so here we get to the to-do area. So the first thing, I try to separate them by the days that they're due. So the first thing I want to do is go to the discussion. Okay, so for Thursday, you'll want to offer an introduction. And this is just a way for us, since we're in a digital environment, a digital space, this is a way for us to get to know one another. But do not share anything that you're not comfortable, like only share information that you're comfortable sharing with us. And I walk through the different ways to set this up, how to answer everything, how to start a new thread. I want to note that I encourage you to download Grammarly because, for better or worse, part of your grade is how well you're communicating your ideas in writing form, right? Because that's the way that we submit and share our ideas. So you want to make sure you're revising and editing work before you submit it. Why not download Grammarly? If we have this tool that's available to us, why not use it? We don't have to be spelling or grammar experts when we have these tools. And I want you to know that if you download Grammarly, you can take a screenshot of it and email it to me and maybe get some extra credit for it. Not putting this down anywhere official, it's just in this video for those of you watching. If you already have Grammarly, just take a screenshot of the help, the assistant on your screen, something that shows that you have Grammarly, and email it to me. All right, so I ask you some various questions here, so you just want to go through and answer them. Your initial response is due on Thursday, and then you need to respond to at least 2 colleagues by Sunday. And in order to start, you just click Start a New Thread, put your name here and your chosen pronoun or your preferred pronouns. That's always helpful. And then you just answer. I have asked you to include a picture of some sort, and so you'll click on this button here and find that image on your computer or on your device, and then you'll upload it. To kind of help give you an idea, I've posted my own, so if you click on this, you can kind of get an idea about what the expectations are. Y'all, I have written a lot in my responses. You do not have to be as verbose as I am in my responses, but a couple of sentences for each just really helps us get to know one another. And then you'll see I have an image at the bottom, and then you don't have to reply to me. That's okay. But if you want to reply to one another because you're required to, this is how you would do it. Make sure you're replying in the thread. Don't go back to the whole discussion and then respond to everyone. Okay, so just make sure you're kind of following along with that. All right. And then if we go to, let's go to the mind map. That's due Sunday, so these are due on Sunday. If we click on that, it'll take us to the assignments area. And this is just our goal, again, is to kind of get used to the course and the space and the ideas. Our goal in this mind map is to visually organize things that we think are important from the syllabus. So you, as a student, what's important to you? What do you usually kind of go to in the syllabus? Is it the grades, the attendance policy? Is it the, what is helpful? Is it a link? Are you glad that this is there? Everyone's is going to be different, and that's okay. So you'll just fill in this basic mind map template. You can download it. And this is what it looks like. And you just put syllabus in the middle. And you can play with size if you need a little bit more space. You can, this is just a very general one that I created, but you are welcome to hand draw your own. If you'd like to get, pull out the crayons or the coloring pencils and create your own, just take a picture of it and upload that as a JPEG. Or you can use Canva if you want to create something that's much more elaborate than this. Just don't waste too much time on how it looks. Just focus on the ideas, make sure you're writing in those complete sentences and whatnot to get that submitted. So remember that D2L is very quirky and you need to upload in these formats. So make sure that you're saving in one of these formats. Do not try to upload a Pages document. Those of you who have Macs, don't do it. If you have questions on how to convert those files, go to the D2L and Technology Help module in the content area. So in order to upload, you just click on that. I'm just going to take an example. I'm just going to click. And you'll see this as a hyperlink. All is not done. So don't look at that and go, okay, I see it, it's there. You can even click on it to double check that it's the right document, which I suggest because sometimes folks upload the blank template. So don't do that, please. But you need to then submit to the assignment folder. And though D2L can be frustrating in some ways, one good thing is that if you upload a document and submit it in the assignment section, it will send you a confirmation email, like, yes, you submitted this. So you can rest easy as long as it's in the right format, as long as it's the right document, right? So just make sure to double check those things when you're able to. Okay, so you'll click submit. I'm gonna go back to week 1. I'm gonna hit pause for just a second. Okay, sorry, I had to cough a little bit. All right, so, and then the final thing for the week is on Sunday, you have a quiz and you'll just click start quiz here. And that's, I'm gonna stop and say the random word for this week is purple. Sometimes I will have random words just to kind of encourage you to watch the videos and make sure you know what's going on. But the quiz for this week is just based on the videos in our class, very basic. In future weeks, it will, of course, the quizzes will be based on our readings, and some of the questions are more intricate than others. So it's really trying to encourage you to be an active reader, make sure that you're paying attention to those things, which can be kind of hard with some of the chapters that we have, especially those background chapters on the different time periods. It's a lot of information, but just as with the videos, make sure you're taking breaks, start planning that out, start planning the best time where you're the most alert to read some of the things for our course so that we can all get through this together and get the best possible grade. All right, y'all, that's it for week 1. I know it feels like a lot, but I'm just telling you now, low stakes grades, just getting you used to everything in D2L and some of the assignments. Please reach out if you have any questions. There's always that Q&A discussion post area. Please use that, because if you have that question, somebody else is bound to have the question as well, so you can help one another there. I'll jump in and answer them unless one of your colleagues has done so already. But you can always shoot me an email. Just make sure you include your class information. That would be really helpful. All right, y'all. I'm looking forward to a wonderful semester, and I hope you are as well. So welcome to the class.